James Melendez, James the Wine Guy. This fine wine is ahead. It's a Chateauneuf de Pape. Stay tuned for this review. Wish list, which is always France, and France for many years has been I would say I've had very few wines to taste, and this year has been the opposite. It's been the most wines I've tasted in about 10 years from France, and that's a wonderful thing. I think when, I owe it to myself to make sure that I keep up with that, what I call the racetrack. The racetrack simply is not to race through wines, it's to memorialize them, it's to taste them on a timely basis, and making sure I'm tasting Chateauneuf de Pape on a yearly basis, and I'm tasting, maybe it's a Bordeaux or Champagne or Alsace or Jura. So many different regions in France and elsewhere around the world. So it's not to forget about French winemaking. It's a fantastic place for Rhone varieties. And I think it's a really splendid experience and something that I look forward to. I think a lot of people do some of the basic wines, a lot of Zinfandels for Thanksgiving, U.S. Thanksgiving. Maybe it's Beaujolais, but I really encourage a different viewpoint. That is, depends on what you're serving, right? You might have a smoked turkey, and I would think something like this would go well with that. Some people have ham, some people have lamb. So many different things that people have in different traditions. And so it's to really keep that open mind in terms of serving wine. So, this year I'm gonna have Grenache, I'm gonna have Sangiovese, I'm having Nebbiolo, I'm gonna have a wine just like this, a Rhone wine, and other wines as well. I still don't know what I'm gonna serve on my table. There's still about a month away from all of that excitement. So here's what we have. This is a producer called Chateauneuf, and this is a 2012 vintage. The appellation, of course, is Chateauneuf de Pape. And back label right here, it says what this wine is, which is 48% Grenache, 29% Syrah, 22% Mourvedre, 1% Cinsault, 2012 vintage, 14.5% ABV. And I'll just read the copy here because it probably is hard to read on the screen. Historically, Chateauneuf is one of the most important properties in Chateauneuf de Pape. The vineyards are planted with all 13 varieties of the region. The exquisite wine is opaque, dark ruby purple in color, with fruit, herb, and spice aromas, complex, rich flavor. So I think this wine is exquisite, beautiful, and extremely balanced, complex. I love the weight and texture to this wine. And the acidity is matching well with the alcohol point. So on this, you get the balance, you get the fruit, you get the spice, you get some what I call the savory qualities of Chateauneuf de Pape. So when you're tasting these wines, and it's Syrah, it's Grenache, that it is Cinsault or Mourvedre, and those are not going to really have that counterpoint. I've tasted a lot of what I call sweet wines in the New World experience, and they try to emulate this. You can't really get there, and I think that's for a lot of reasons. Winemaking style, and two, there's that consumer expectation, and the consumer expectation of a sweeter, more opulent, more fruit-forward wine versus a wine that's more balanced. I think that's the beauty of Chateauneuf de Pape. So this wine, 94 points out of 100 points. So first, the scent characterization. Beautiful notes on this. It includes juniper forest, tayberry, blackberry, red pepper, underbrush, and what I would term the moist autumnal forest. Gorgeous. And next, the flavor characterization. So on this wine include blackberry, tayberry, hoisin. Now, hoisin to me doesn't represent salinity, it represents a savory note. And some of the savory quality is in this wine, which I think is just emblematic and beautiful. Cinnamon, additional notes of rose petal and tarragon. Again, 94 points out of 100 points. More wines to come, and an amazing year. Thank you, Chateauneuf de Pape, to land on my tasting table. I really appreciate it, so stay tuned for more reviews to come. Do me a favor, give a like. The like button's down here, subscribe button's up here, so please hit that button. And the reason for the subscribe is really easy. You're gonna know about the wines that I'm reviewing, and obviously you don't have to see all of them, but you'll see maybe something that piques your interest, and that way you'll be reminded of those videos being produced. And also share this video. I'd really appreciate it if you on your favorite social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn, as well as Instagram and WordPress. Thank you for sharing today. Thank you for coming by. So more fantastic wines to come. I really appreciate you watching this video. Stay tuned for more. Sante.